What's going on, guys, and welcome to another Saturday News Show. These have been doing fantastic, by the way. Thank you guys so much. I really am loving the back and forth with y'all, and I'm loving making these videos. So without further ado, let's jump into this week's news. Hey, real quick, before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that we are still doing the Ni no Kuni giveaway for all of the month until the beginning of February. So if you're subscribed, you're going to get 5 extra entries, and every like and comment that is has your name attached to it for this month up until February on any of my videos is going to give you extra entries, as well as the link in the description below, which I will have. Also, if you want to see what's in that bad boy, I did a video about it. Check it out. It's really cool, so you get to see what you're going to be getting. Anyway, without further ado, back to your regular scheduled programming. So the first thing I want to talk about, oh man, I was going to save this for last. I was absolutely going to save this for last. But I'm grinning ear to ear. If you don't know, I said it in one of my previous videos, Phantasy Star Online 2 is having an open beta on the Xbox. You get, by the way, you get in that with the Insider program. Download the Insider Program app on your Xbox, sign up for it, it's free, you gotta do it. The news that's going on right now is the Phantasy Star Online 2 beta will start not this weekend, but next weekend, February 7th. I believe it's gonna go that Friday into Saturday, so a little bit more than 24 hours worth of gameplay. You better believe I'm going to give a full impressions video. I'm gonna record most of my gameplay. I don't stream very often, but I may stream it, hell, I don't know. I cannot wait. Oh my god, this is gonna be boss. This is gonna be so fun. So I've been looking forward for this for a very long time. In fact, I almost imported it on the Switch, from Asia, but then the fact that it's like an online only game, even if I had the copy of the game, it actually wouldn't have worked. So when this was announced at E3 last year, I was hyped beyond belief. I love playing the Phantasy Star games on the 360. You'll actually kind of find out a little bit of story with me in the Dreamcast version on Tuesday, on that video, which I've already made. So, man, I just can't wait. Everyone needs to jump into this thing. And if you don't get time or you miss out, like I said, I'm going to have a video up. It'll probably be up the following Tuesday, I imagine, unless I just can't contain myself. But I'll give you some impressions. I cannot wait to check it out. So, man, Phantasy Star Online 2, please be good. So this next bit of news is also like very awesome. I love Doom. I love that the 2016 Doom. I am like such a fan. And it's not just the music, which the music is like some of the best video game music I've heard in a very long time. But I'm a huge Doom fan. And I think a lot of people were worried because, Bethesda kind of owns id. And a lot of people are worried with the way they're taking things in the Fallout 76 realm. What are you going to do to Doom? Is Doom going to suffer some of these weird, slights and transgressions that the company's been kind of weirdly doing nowadays? And, id Software just straight up came out and they were like, nah fam, no microtransactions. They are saying there's like an experience type thing in the multiplayer, which, to be honest, I actually didn't really play much, so to me it doesn't really affect what I'm going to do with the game anyway. But there is an experience that I guess unlocks cosmetics, think like Fortnite, the fancy, I said fancy pitchforks. The fancy fork knife pickaxe. The fancy pickaxes, I guess think that, just cosmetic stuff. But they said no microtransactions. I'm really hoping that they're gonna stick with that. As far as some games nowadays have kind of said, "Oh, we're not doing microtransactions," and then later on they did. Crash Bandicoot Racing. But anyway, hopefully it's all gonna be good. I mean, they basically said, "No, we're not doing that. Doom is gonna come microtransaction free, pitch and soundtrack. Jump in here." Personally, I'm like opposed to pre-ordering things because I just don't like that concept. But Best Buy kind of reeled me in with the free Steelbook. Plus I had like a whole bunch of like Best Buy gift cards. So Did I mention the Phantasy Star Online 2 beta is going to be next week? So this week hit a huge milestone for Nintendo. Actually, as of recording this just came out last night, the final sales for their last quarter. And the Nintendo Switch has officially passed the Super Nintendo in sales, which is amazing. I mean, like, take it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If A, you think it's going to take the Wii, maybe B, do you think it deserves to take the Wii? I mean, the Wii has some pretty sweet games, but my Switch collection's definitely bigger. Oh, man. Oh, another thing of note, though, not very surprising, especially because, you know, Japan does not have a very good track record with this console. The Switch has also officially passed the Xbox One as well. So we'll see how they do with the Series X coming up. But that Japanese market's very hard for Microsoft to crack, especially when they have these big consoles, when traditionally Japan likes smaller things and handhelds, just based on the lifestyle over there. Usually smaller living situations require a more comfortable entertainment setup. And if you actually look at the original Famicom, it's much smaller than our NES, and then our NES is also a big, crazy VCR-looking thing because they thought that that's the only way it was going to sell. So take that what you will. You know, I heard that the Phantasy Star Online 2 beta is happening next Friday. Our last bit of news is gonna probably more be like a rumory kind of thing. Two things happened this week. I'll go ahead and knock out the extreme rumor first, and that is Konami's apparently potentially making 2 Silent Hill games. It's kind of weird, the back and forth that's been going on. There's a bunch of tweets and what have you, but basically there's some kind of rumor that's mainly confirmed that Konami is listening to fans and trying to get their expectations in line with 2 new Silent Hill games. One of them being more like an interactive story game, think Man of Medan or Until Dawn, or maybe the Telltale games, while the other one will be more like a reboot into the franchise, Doom 2016, kind of that kind of thing. So I'm very interested to see if that pans out, and especially because part of the rumor, which makes me kind of feel a little less likely about it, says they both may be out this year. I don't know. Now the other thing, and this kind of dives into rumor territory only because we don't know what they're going to do with it, but the facts are Nintendo has just re-upped the trademarks on a ton of games. I mean, a ton of games. We're talking Mario Sunshine. We're talking some weird ones too. Eternal Darkness. I'm looking over here because I have it right here on the shelf. A bunch of 64 games, a bunch of GameCube games, and it's really interesting because a lot of people are wondering, like, hey, does that mean we're gonna get some sort of maybe virtual console? Are you going to buff up the Nintendo Online Services library with some more free games from the 64 era? Maybe trickle in the GameCubes? Personally, I'm under the thought that it's one of those things where you have to renew these things or you're going to lose them. And, you know, in the future they may want to make Mario Sunshine HD, so you need to make sure you got that license. That's where I'm at with it. A lot of people are really excited, though. So tell me what you think. I'm hoping that maybe some of these games get released. But if so, that's going to be fantastic. And if you guys think that's going to happen, what games would you like to see from the Nintendo 64 or the GameCube era to come back on the Switch? In my mind, I feel like Nintendo 64 games would be maybe part of the online service, and GameCube era games may be in the remake territory. But for me personally, let's see, we could have one of each. If I had one 64 game that could get ported over, I mean, obviously you're going to want to think, Super Mario 64 or of course, Buck Bumble, duh. But for me, I think if I could have like one Nintendo 64 game come over, it would probably have to be. It'd probably have to be classic Mario Kart 64. And if there's an HD remake of a GameCube game, that's way harder. But only because so many people haven't played it and can't play it any other way. Definitely Gotcha Force. That's me. What are your guys' selections? Let me know. Also, be aware that next Friday, the Phantasy Star Online 2 beta is totally happening. You guys should all jump into it. So that's going to do it for the Saturday show. I didn't get to say this earlier in the video, but I have a video coming out on Tuesday in celebration. Thank you guys so much. You guys, 200 subscribers. Friggin' amazing. Oh my gosh, it is so awesome. I love making videos for you guys. That 200 subscribers is great. If you guys are watching this and you haven't subscribed, please join the group. I love hanging out with y'all. You know, you guys leave comments. I try to be very interactive and respond to everything. Weirdly enough, sometimes I don't get notifications, so like, you know, I end up scrolling through and I hit up a comment days later, so sorry about that. But, you know, I love talking with you guys. I'm getting some great ideas for videos and stuff, so keep them coming. Let's keep talking. You know, like the videos if you do like them, dislike them if you don't. Thanks again, and oh gosh, it's been fun. Once again, that's it for today. Thanks for watching the Saturday News video. We're going to have some new content coming on Tuesday, and of course every Tuesday and Saturday we got videos with some sporadic boys thrown in there. So like and subscribe and hang out with us, and as always, take it easy.